As the world mourns Pope Francis, history's most secretive transfer of power begins. White smoke, the path to a new pope, guides you through this momentous transition. We explain exactly what happens next, leading to the dramatic conclave vote. Learn how each ritual unfolds, what each tradition means, and why these ancient ceremonies still matter today. Follow along as the throne of St. Peter stands empty and a new chapter in church history begins. White Smoke, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you know what a group of flamingos is called? That's just one of thousands of facts you'll discover on 5 daily trivia questions. Hi, I'm Mark Ellison. Join me every weekday for 5 mind-expanding questions about everything from ancient history to modern technology. Perfect for impressing friends or dominating your next pub quiz. 5 daily trivia questions. And the answer, a group of flamingos, is called a flamboyance. 5 daily trivia questions.
Caloroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Hey, good news for Waylon the Labrador Retriever. I hope he's a country music fan. Anyway, he's found a new home in Georgia after galloping alongside the doggy daycare bus. A different lab named Motley had been attending Keller Creek Boarding and Grooming for 3 years. Motley was waiting for the bus. By the way, it's back to school. Why do these dogs have better busing than we have in my neighborhood? What's going on? Anyway, Motley's there waiting for the bus, and this time he had a friend, Waylon. Well, Tyson owns Keller Creek, and he contacted Motley's owners and was like, hey, there's another dog. And the owner said, we don't have a new dog. It turned out there had been a stray lab in the area for a few days, and neighbors were feeding and occasionally let it stay on their property. Now, Keller Creek is a reputable doggy daycare center, and they couldn't let a random dog on the bus, so he loaded Motley on the bus, and he was like, sorry, strange dog, don't know what to tell you. Tyson Cash explains, I didn't know about his vaccination status. I didn't know if he was on flea and tick prevention. I didn't want to jeopardize all the other dogs, but he wanted on the bus badly. He was doing everything he could to get on with the other dogs. All right, I could understand all of that, both sides, the driver and the dog. So Cash drove away, and Waylon the dog gave chase. Cash asked his wife to take a video and a photo of the dog to post on social media, see if it was anyone's dog. Cash thought about adopting the dog himself. He already has 9 dogs. But it turned out there was a third lab on this bus. This one, Nellie, and Nellie's owner felt bad and was like, all right, I'll adopt the dog. So Waylon has a new home, and now he's on the bus with the other labs. Good news if you need CPR, 38,000. Well, it's probably not good news if you need CPR. That's a ridiculous premise, Johnny Mac. You know what I'm saying. This is the setup for every story. Good news, and then I say something. Okay. In the unlikely, terrible event you need CPR, I have good news. How's that for better phrasing? 38,000 soccer fans are now certified in CPR. The Get Trained, Save Lives campaign was a partnership between the Euro Championships and the European Resuscitation Council to raise awareness of sudden cardiac arrest and the importance of bystander CPR. Fans from all 24 participating countries practiced on mannequins with sensors that measured the depth and rhythm of their compressions. Their results were compared with other participants in the form of a computer game. Some famous football players also visited the booth to interact and participate in the games. Meanwhile, a 2,000-year-old Roman mosaic was uncovered during excavations at Roster Roman City. This is being described as one of the best preserved examples of a Roman city in Britain. Was established in the 90s AD, not the 1990s, the original 90s. It was the thriving city of the Roman Empire, once as large as Pompeii. At its height, the city would have contained over 200 houses, a civic bathhouse, a marketplace, county hall, and judicial center. They also found a mausoleum and shrine. Good news, we found your goat. The Soa Goat Sanctuary in Harvard had offered a $5,000 reward for the safe return of missing goat Caleb. The animal was found about a half-mile from the sanctuary. They said on social media that a man named Derek had found Caleb under a lean-to behind his tractor and immediately rushed to alert sanctuary personnel. Caleb was loaded onto a truck, brought back to the sanctuary to be reunited with his brother Joey. The post said they immediately started nuzzling and couldn't be happier to be back together in the safety of the sanctuary. It's unclear whether or not Derek collected the $5,000. White smoke. The path to a new pope explores humanity's most elaborate and secretive transfer of power, a process now unfolding following the death of Pope Francis. This series reveals the hidden rituals, ancient traditions, and behind-the-scenes drama of papal transition As the Catholic world enters this solemn period of mourning and anticipation, join us in witnessing how the Church has perfected this sacred process over 2,000 years and what happens in these crucial days when the throne of St. Peter stands empty. White Smoke brings listeners inside the conclave that will determine who will succeed Pope Francis and lead the Church into its next chapter. White Smoke, wherever you get your podcasts. And the police in Mississippi warned drivers to avoid an area a truck lost its load of beer onto the highway. The Oxford Police Department said on social media that Jefferson Avenue had been closed between North Lamar and North 9th after an 18-wheeler dumped part of its load into the roadway. Photos from the scene show the road littered with beer, including Bud Light, Modelo, and Natural Light. The police wrote, "Please use another route, and no, you cannot help come clean up." Those are your 5 good news stories for today. If you enjoy the program, tell a friend about it. They might like it too. If you would like the program without ads, there's a link in the show notes that'll tell you how to do that. The short version is you sign up, and for $5 a month, you'll get this one and a bunch of other shows on the network commercial free, including Daily Comedy News, which I host 7 days a week. All right, have an awesome day.